cool. I'm just trying to do like a quick workout today. Nothing crazy. Okay. Or the timer just to see how much time I'm going to actually spend, but I don't want to be able to see it. We'll just put it right there. And I can see it perfectly. Great. Okay, back to numbers real quick. All right. I'm just going to do the math real quick on how much weight I have here. This is 45. 235. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 50s. That's 200. And then after the 50s, we have 25 on each side, and 10s and 5s. This is another 50. So we're at 455. Right? No, I don't have 200. 50, no, it's 100, 100. So it's 355, 355. I miss, sorry. 355. That's how much weight. All right, well, I'm just gonna pull it. I'm just gonna pull it. I mean, so what can I use around here as a weight belt? I could probably use the baby carrier. I'm gonna go get my baby carrier real quick. I'm gonna use that as a weight belt. I don't have a weight belt. Okay, so bear with me. Very ridiculous idea, but I mean, that's thick. See what that's like. Why is he wearing a harness? Why is this guy wearing a harness? Because he doesn't have or own a weight belt. If I just like, yeah, get these up here, get them up here. tighten this really tight. Yeah. Wow, everybody's just watching me put a harness on. What the fuck, bro? Internet is so fucking weird, man. Y'all are just freaking weirdos. Just fucking watching a dude put a harness on, really. No, but in all realness though, I am using this as a weight belt. And I mean, yeah, it's not bad. I don't have a weight belt yet, so, you know, whatever. Interestingly enough, too, I actually also have a chalk bag with me, so, which, honestly, like, it's been kind of hard keeping my hands dry. And that's what a chalk bag is for. It doesn't help your grip. I mean, I guess it helps your grip by making your hands dry. That's what chalk does. It makes your hands drier when you're sweaty. That's all it does. All right. I find it interesting that I am using my harness, my weight belt, but my personal best thus far has been 345. Today, this is 355, so we're gonna see. And I am just ripping it lukewarm, so I've warmed up a little bit, very minimally. Honestly, holding that kind of grip actually felt really easy. Holding it this way is like difficult, but I want to be strong enough to hold it that way, so that's the way I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with a traditional deadlift. This is get muscles. True. You're so happy. Yeah, I'm a fun guy. This is really my, like, goodness. Cool. Thanks for your comments, everybody. Appreciate you all showing up. 355, can I pull it? I don't know. I say we find out. I say we see if we can find out if I can pull 355. This is all the weights that I have, all the plates that I have. Eduardo, what's up, homie? How you doing? Hey, everything all right, Handsome Galatian? Yes, sir. I took like a week or two off. I took about 2 weeks off, and I feel pretty good. Is that your house or gym? It's my home gym. In my house. What? Yeah, it's a gym above my garage. I really want to turn my garage into, it's a 3-car garage. I want to turn it into a gym. But this is what I have for now, so. I'm very fortunate, very blessed to live in this house. All right. Let's go for 355. For I don't know how many. I'm just going to lift, and then I'm going to gingerly place it down because this is a room above my garage, and I'm not trying to blow through the door, will blow through the floor. You have a big house. I do have a big house. I'm very fortunate. I live in the boondocks, though. I live in a rural area, which honestly I kind of appreciate too. So, anyways, all right. How are you? Here we go. 355. Nice, okay. I can do 355. Ooh. You definitely have to drop it after that, for serious. That last time, I just saw it on my feet. I didn't roll I didn't stand up all the way. I'm not 100% if any of those really fully counted or not, like by official standards, but that was good. That was good for me. I thought that was great. Okay, so my new record, 355. Let me take you over here. Ugh. So this is what we got. Grab the crayon. Not a crayon. These are my PRs. Deadlift is now 355, and I did that for 3. Nice. Cool. So strong and so beautiful. Oh, thanks, man. You forgot the lumbar curve twice. Yeah. So yeah, let me that's actually, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I need to make sure that I do want to do these properly, but you know, sometimes from my perspective, from what I see on like, you know, other people's channels and shit like that, they say like at some point you have to just kind of go hard to see how far you can go, and then but like those days are far and in between, so I'm probably not going to go hard, you know, anymore, because like obviously I'm not strong enough to not bend my back 100%. But let me take a look at the footage. Okay, I rewound the footage so I can watch back. Okay, so straight back, and about to lift it. The first one wasn't bad, actually. My back actually stayed pretty flat for the first one. Not bad. I did hinge differently the second time, though. The second one was, and then the third one, I bet you, that was the dirtiest one, because like that was like, wow. Wait for it, here it comes. Yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad. I'd say that they're good deadlifts. They obviously, you know, I need to tweak a certain couple of things, but 355, sweet. All right, we're gonna go down. I don't know. What's a good working weight? Because I just did 3. How many of these can I do? Should I keep going until I can't do any more, or should I just stop at 3? Because honestly, that last one was like, I don't want to overdo my nervous system. Is what I'm fearful of. Whatever it is, you shouldn't use the fillet. You should let it have its own conflict. It can cause bad injuries without precautions. Why are you using words like fillet? And what do you mean? Explain yourself. Logic or stupidity? Whatever it is, you shouldn't use the fillet. The fillet? Fillet. What does that mean? The fillet. You should let it have its own conflict. What does that mean? Let it have its own conflict. What are you talking about, Logic? What was I talking about? I don't even know, like, how that could correspond. What does that mean? I am so confused. Chat, help me. All right, we're gonna take 25. We're gonna take 100 off. 100? Let's just take 50. Let's take 50 off. I'll take off the 2 10s and the 5. And then we're gonna see about 50. I think I go for more though. Honestly. Like, should I take some more weight off? Okay, so if I take 50, that's 305 pounds. Let's do like 295 to, let's do 295. Let's see if we can do like a really good form. Let's see if we can do like 6 to like 8 reps with 295. So we're gonna take 50, 65 pounds off, right? So we already took 50, so we need to take off 125. That one. And then we gotta add the 10 fiber. So we had, 305. And we took off the 50s. That makes it like 255? Yeah, 255. We're trying to get to 290. 250. 70. 89. Okay, so we're gonna try and go for the small muscle in the lower back near the buttocks. We call it the fillet, spine or whatever. Okay, let me read that again. You shouldn't use the fillet. It should let it have its own conflict. That actually makes a lot more sense now that I know what a fillet is. It can cause bad injuries without precautions. Okay, how do I go about, like, how do you know what muscle I'm using? You're like looking at my form and you see 3 reps, because that's all you saw. And I get that maybe you're really good at seeing like how people move, but you've not seen every single body on this earth move. Which means that, and since we're all individuals, like we're all probably going to be moving slightly differently. And the structures of our bodies are probably going to be built differently. And so like someone's form may look a little different and even might look familiar to something that you have seen in somebody else, but what's happening inside their body isn't the same that's happening in someone else's body. So how do you know that I'm using the fillet? Here's a good tip. Here's a very basic tip that I love giving to people who are lifting. The way that you do it, because like everybody says that there's an exact proper form that fits every single person. The way that you do it, because we're all individuals, the way that you do it, my rule is if it starts hurting, like if it's if you feel like there's some sort of like structural, some kind of pain that isn't like hard effort pain, something that's, you know, like there's something wrong, you know what I mean? So like that's, I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling. I kind of want to get this looked at. I'm also not trying to bitch out of this conversation we're having, but I don't know. I think I may have like some sort of low-grade ADHD because I go off on different tangents on my disc. So, you know, I don't know. This isn't debate hour. This is me lifting hour. So I'm gonna do. Let me do the math on this real quick just to make sure that I'm 100%. 45, 50, 60, 75, 80. 80, 90, 100, 5, 125, 125, 250, 250, 295. Okay, we're at 295. We're gonna go for like, I don't know, 6 or 7. I'm gonna watch my form back, and then that might be the end of this workout. So. Because I'm only trying to do like 2 hard sets. This I want to be a really hard set, so I want to do like 8. I'm going to try and go for 8. All right, let's get psyched up. Okay. My hands are wet again. Well, I'm like over here trying to, well. There we go. Okay. Cool. I didn't count. I lost count after like 9. And then I said, forget the count. I looked back at my footage. Well, thank you for that. Woo. Thanks, Logic. Thanks for sticking with me, bro. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, this actually isn't that bad. You're fucking welcome. Thanks, homie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the form's not bad. 9, 10, 11. I do take those pauses at the bottom. just breathe for a second. 12. I did 13. 13. I did 13. You said 12. Let me go back now. I want to double check that. form is good, but Alberto, what's up, homie? Thanks, bro. Late is very hard, and you do, but need to be carefully and stop. Yeah, sure, that's fair. 1, 2, 3. I'm recounting. 3, 4, 5, 6. What's up, Backstreet? 7, 8, 9. These are actually pretty decent form. 10. They're not bad. Yeah, when I take the weight off, it's like the form's there. 11. I did 13. Yeah, 13. Yep, 13. Cool. All right, so let's see. What's today? I gotta write all this stuff down. I didn't write anything down today. 6'11". 6'11", 26. And today is deadlift. Sweet, I got a new record. It's really good. My new record is 355 pounds for 3 reps doing deadlift. A regular deadlift. Yep, deadlift. All right, everything is finally written down. I did 3 reps with 355. Nice, cool. So that's a good number to start with, I think. I mean, it's all of the plates that I have. I have 355 pounds. That's what I have. Dopamine. Nice. And then I did 13 with, this is 295. He's saying don't use your spine, but like, logic, bro. How do you not use your spine in any workout? I mean, besides like ones where you're sitting down, like what if I'm doing a push-up? I'm still using my spine. Like my spine is holding my entire body up, bro. And your core has to be engaged to do, deadlift. You're trying to say don't use the spine as the dominant muscle group, but I would argue that, like, yeah, I wouldn't use it. Like, you have to use it. You have to use your spine. So, yeah, I mean, you can try and focus on the legs being the driving force, because the deadlift isn't actually a pull, it's a push, right? So you're pushing weight off of the ground, and you're just using your arms to hold the weight. That's it. Your arms just like act as like cables, and your hand grip has to be like phenomenal, to just like hold it. And like when you do it and you get down in that position, like your arms should be like really loose, and you should drive with like your legs, and and obviously, like, I don't know the exact perfect form that fits for my body, but like, yeah, I don't have this. Lifting weights isn't like my highest skill. Lifting weights is like, I'm more of a calisthenics guy. I'm more of a martial arts guy, really. More of explosive, endurance-based exercises and stuff. So on the first set, it was pretty intense. And my effort, I felt like it was pretty good because my grip was giving out on the third rep, and so was like part of like my shoulder started feeling a little tweaky. So this being the first week, I'm just kind of, you know, playing it safe. I'm playing it safe in my way. Like I benched yesterday 185, and that was hard for me. And I posted that as a short, and some dude was like, for the love of God, don't ever bench a weight you've never done before. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, based off of the context for which I dropped the short and like the information that I gave, obviously, yeah, you know, I can see why some people would think that it was a short. There was only like a bit of information. I don't know. I don't even know why I started talking about that anymore. The second set was intense. Well, the effort was 13. And I did more. I felt like I could have done a couple more. I felt like I had some left in the tank. Was it intense enough? I feel like it could have been more intense if I had put more into it. So 295 is too low of a weight, and 355 is too high of a weight for me to bang out reps anyway. Okay, well, there you go. That's that workout for today. All I was doing was deadlift. I did that. So I am done for the day. That's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I use my stomach for balance, my legs for support, my entire back muscle for lifting. You just said don't use your Well, I mean, isn't there like an infinite amount of ways to deadlift? Like, doesn't everybody have their own like point of view of what the best way is for deadlifting? No, I'm always going to think about it. I think about it all the time. Yeah, I'm endlessly thinking about it. All right, well, I'm getting out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me, Logic. I appreciate you, homie. That's the end of my workout. I am gonna go eat some food and just relax, man. So, new numbers on the board. We did a deadlift for 3 at 355. These are my personal records as of thus far. Pull up, I've done 8 recently. 12 was the maximum that I've ever done when I was like in my 20s. Now I'm 36. 500 push-ups in one unbroken set. Dead hang from these suckers. 59 seconds. Bench 1 rep for 185 pounds. Dips are at 14. Squat is 3 for 205. Yes, I know. I have to improve my squat. I get it. Overhead press, 3 reps for 125. RDLs, 6 reps for 275. So, yeah, I mean, these are the first week's numbers. I mean, we have pull-ups tomorrow and rows tomorrow, but I don't have rows on the board, you know, so maybe I should put rows on the board, I guess. Just because it's a workout that I'm working out. It's good. My record lift is 100 kilograms too. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm trying to get strong. I haven't really trained strength like pretty much ever since I was a high schooler. That was really the only time I cared about strength. Most often than not, like I've cared mostly about speed, agility, coordination, the ability to like have skill and like do certain things. So like specifically martial arts for me, that's like a big thing. I want to be able to fight, and I used to think that like, you know, you can really fight anybody if, you know, you just have the heart for it and don't necessarily need to have like the physical attributes. And I mean, to some degree, that is true. I mean, a fighter is a fighter, but You know, those attributes definitely be helping. You a man. You a man, I see. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You judge. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Anyways. All right, well, I'm getting out of here. Thank y'all for watching. I go live every single day. Eventually, we'll get on to a specific schedule, like 3 p.m. or 7 p.m. or I don't know. But right now, the timing is just sparse with where I do these. But whenever I can just find the time. So, anyways, I go live again tomorrow. If you want to watch my 5-year journey, by all means, subscribe, like. If you don't, that's fine. Watch somebody else. Watch anything else. I don't know. Do whatever you want. I don't know. I'm not telling you nothing. All right, I'm getting out of here. Bye.